Now we will call to the stand the witnesses. The first witness that we will call to the stand is the naval officer. First, I will ask you to swear into the Bible. You will put your right hand on the Bible and say, and I will ask you, but you have to answer with "I do." Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God.
I do.
You may be seated.
When you arrived at the island, what state were the boys in?
When I came on the island, I could see that the boys were helpless. They looked uncivilized, and it seemed that when they came to the island, they looked civilized as boys, as they were from British boys. But as the prosecution team has mentioned, to me it seemed like that there was a lot that they could accomplish, but no, they were stuck in this island, which caused them to be savages. But I would say they were looking terrible.
Could you describe them?
Well, there was this boy that left a big mark on me that they were dirty. They had these clothes that were ripped on them. Their hair was long, unwashed. Their faces were black out of dirt. Hands were all with scratches and bruises. Terrible.
So you were shocked.
I was.
And what was your reaction when you found out the boys were killed?
I was terrified that the boys could, this could be even cause that two persons were killed.
And how did you feel about it?
I said I was terrified, I was shocked.
Did you believe that they committed a murderous crime?
I believe that this was not, I would say this was not very intended, but...
Objection, Your Honor? Objection calls for speculation. Oh, so, because what the naval officer said was, he said that 2 people committed the murder. Where did he hear that? Where did you just said that?
I said I didn't say that 2 people committed it. I said 2 people were killed.
Oh, okay.
Before we continue, I would like to say what sustained and overruled means. So, and to object. Object is a feeling of disapproval, dislike, or disagreement. So you may say that when you disagree with what the witness is saying. Overruled is to rule or disallow the argument of a person. So I may say only overruled and sustained once you say that you object. Overruled means that you may proceed. Overruled means that you may not proceed. Sustained means that you can proceed. That's it.
Thank you.
We will call the second witness to the stand.
Defense is gonna question you.
Oh, wait.
Defense is going to question.
Isn't it true that you found the little ones hunting Ralph?
I did.
Now, did you see Roger or Jack in the hunter crowd?
No.
Isn't it true that when you asked who the leader was, Ralph declared that he was, and everyone else remained silent? Didn't that seem ever so slightly odd that Ralph, leader, was being chased by lots of little ones?
How do you mean odd?
Unusual.
Well, when I asked who was the leader here, he called himself first. I'm the leader. And all of them said, yes, they were with him, that he was the leader. I couldn't see anyone there who was against that.
Now, considering that you were just told at that moment that 2 children had died, another was being hunted by little ones, as you saw, doesn't it sound like the little ones were the cause of death based on that current point of view?
Well, probably this was one of the proofs. But I still don't, I'm not secure on another. When I just arrived there at the end.
Thank you.
You may be seated. We call to the stand Sam Merrick. And all the witnesses that I call up to the stand, you must hold the conch while you are delivering your answers.
You swear him in.
You will answer what I do, the same you did with the naval officer. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God.
I do.
Oh, he has to speak for two people.
Did you take part in Simon's death?
In a way, yes, but in a way, no. Things were very disorientated. We left early, we were very tired. When we learned about Piggy and Ralph told us, it's sort of, to us, it seemed like a surprise, very big surprise. And
Objection.
Sustained.
The question is argumentative.
Sustained.
Because what you did, you said you sort of did and you sort of didn't. You either did or you didn't. So did you or did you not?
well,
Did you participate in the actual murder? Were you amongst one of the boys, or were you both amongst some of the two boys in the actual killing? Yes or no?
no.
So you were not.
But I was there for the very beginning.
How did Jack treat you?
He treated us very bad, very bad. We were tortured, very much tortured. Things weren't going our way. Things were going really bad for us. And in a way, Jack was a dictator, very big dictator.
Did you want to join Jack's tribe and why?
No. We want to say it was Ralph. Ralph was really nice. We really want to say it was Ralph. Jack was, even though Jack had meat, he hunted, which was fun, and did all the other stuff, which I would strongly agree with him, which we would strongly agree with him. Ralph was a very good friend, very good friend, and we didn't want to leave him. It would have seemed bad, very bad.
Describe the scene when you were tortured by Jack.
Me, Eric, Ralph and Piggy went up to Castle Rock to negotiate with Jack. We tried to negotiate with them. Then, Jack and his hunters, they all came around us, grabbed us. They all grabbed us at once. But in that very moment, Jack started to fight with Ralph. It was a really big fight. Sticks and spears, pointy and sharp. They would fight, nudge each other. And then when Piggy started to try to bring back order, I saw a rock hit Piggy and then his head split open. It was very gross, very bloody, very gross.
Thank you. That is all.
Thanks, Tim.
Isn't it true that you participated in the raid on Piggy and Ralph?
Yes, but we did not mean to hurt Ralph. We didn't mean to hurt Ralph. We were just forced to be there because Jack tortured us. He tortured us very much.
Who led the raid?
I would say everybody. Everybody was part of it. Everybody. Even though it seemed like Jack was the leader. In a way, everybody was part of it. Everybody was part of it.
Was it under Jack or Roger's command?
In a way, it was under both commands. Because it was sort of like Jack was the leader, very big leader. Roger was like the assistant. If Jack was the president, Roger would be the vice president. So they sort of both led the raid. Both of them led the raid to kill Ralph.
Thank you.
We call the next witness to the stand. You may be seated, examiners. Peggy, we call Peggy to the stand. Put your right hand on the Bible. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God. Prosecution team.
Did you and Roger have any fights?
Objection.
Stand.
The question is ambiguous. Okay, because it's too general, be more specific about your question. It's too general. You can't ask a client or a witness to answer something like
Did you and Roger ever argue while being on the island? Why do you think Ralph didn't save you?
Because Ralph would kill himself if he did.
that. Objection.
Stand.
The question, does not bring any new argument, it doesn't bring facts, it's an opinion.
Okay, describe your death and what briefly happened before it.
Question, objection. The question is a compound, you're asking two questions within one question. Ask them separately, please.
Describe your death, please.
I was brutally murdered.
What briefly happened before it?
A fight.
Thank you, that is all.
You may. The defense team.
Is it true that you contributed to the murder of Simon?
I don't want to answer that question.
I'm sorry, but you must.
You must answer the question.
I did.
Okay. Is it true? Did you feel guilty afterwards?
No. Yes.
No.
No or yes?
Yes. Slightly.
Is it true that you experienced brutal intuitions during the ceremony?
What does intuition mean?
Figure. Do you experience brutal, things during the ceremony?
No, but I saw them.
But isn't it true that you took part of the killing of Simon?
I don't really know.
But it states on page...
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Yes?
I was just wondering, does our character, have memory loss? Are they fit for questioning? Having
Yeah,
been fit-
for questioning, but I would ask, please, if you could hold the conch over the table. Not holding it up to your chest.
If your witness isn't answering, you can treat them hostilely if
Yes,
the judge
with
gives you
my
permission.
Are we allowed to go sidebar later?
2 hands, Biggie.
But as you said, on page 157, you said, "Don't let on, we was in that dance, not Sam and Eric." And then Ralph said, "But we were, all of us." So you did take part in that.
I didn't know about it. It was on next. I didn't mean to.
Sidebar?
So they want to come up to the, you can go up.
Oh,
You said you could?
Doesn't that mean we have a, oh, yeah, we must have been, that means we get to talk to the judges.
I think so.
We're listening.
Don't forget everybody about page numbers. All right, step back. Step back.
Is it true that Roger and Jack led you to the participation in Simon's murder, or were you just afraid?
Can you repeat your question, please?
Is it true that Jack and Roger imposed you to be a part of the participate in Simon's murder?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained?
The question is compound.
Sustained.
Are you allowed to have your computer open?
Yes.
We have our name on it.
Oh, so then I can open mine because I have stuff on it.
Okay, so one question at a time and finish the questions.
It conjoins with the word and or, meaning that you have two questions in one. Could you please separate them?
Objection to your objection.
Sustained?
Because you're saying she's not asking two questions, she's simply, stating, like, she's like asking, were you this or were you that? It cannot be put into two questions. She can't ask, were you like this or were you afraid in two questions?
Well, we have the same question.
Judge, what's the ruling?
That's true. Defense seems true.
Okay.
So keep your question the way it is.
Is it true that Jack and Roger impulses led to your participation in Simon's murder?
Yeah.
How did you feel about this?
I feel betrayed.
Iggy, may you please answer your questions with more depth, not only 3 words?
I feel like I was made to do because they made me feel like I was in danger because they said it's a beast and if I didn't act I would be dead before I was killed by them.
Are you saying that Jack and Roger pointed out the beast? That was Simon? Well, as it states on page 152, a little pointed out the beast, him.
No, then I meant that if the little one pointed it out, but then Roger, or it was either Roger or Jack that said, get him.
Your Honor?
Yes?
Her answers keep on changing. I don't know how much of a reliable witness she is, so I just want to state to the jury and everyone that I don't know how much you should take in these witnesses' answers because I think because of the island and the state they were in, she might be suffering. One of the side effects could be memory loss temporarily. So. Yes, so this is just another proof of our clients. I just would like to point that out to the jury.
Thank you.
Iggy, you may be seated.
So thank you for your enthusiasm.
Call the 4th